So a lot of you may be asking, hey Gregory, after 3 years on YouTube, what have you really learned? Well, I'll tell you what, I've got a few things that I've learned over the past 3 years of doing, making video content and producing my own channel, producing my own blog, my own podcast, my own website, stuff like that. I have lots to share with you, lots to do. So here are some of my lessons that I've learned. Here are some of the lessons that I've learned in the last 3 years. So number one, let's just get this out of the way. YouTube is not easy. Anyone that tries to say otherwise is either fooling you or trying to sell you something. And believe me, don't buy any of those starter packs. You can get a lot of the stuff you need to start for free, but it's still not easy because you need to make sure that you bring your best version of yourself to the table. You can't just willy-nilly, I'll make a video, I'll make another video, I'll make another video, and think that you'll get by with practically no effort whatsoever on your part. You have to be engaging, you have to be always looking for the next great thing to boost your channel and to also be authentic to you. You can't just, do willy-nilly stuff and don't follow the trends. Those are just horrible most of the time. Second lesson I learned, there will be a lot of people on YouTube and on other platforms who will give you a hard time, who will make you feel like you're the worst piece of garbage on the face of the earth and that you should go ahead and go die. You will have those people. You will also have the people who are going to inspire you to do much, much better and much, much more. Because the great thing about YouTube, the great thing about the internet is for every troll and every negative person on the internet, there are at least 5 positive people. 5 people out there who will inspire you to keep creating and keep doing what you love. And that's another big thing. Number 3 is that you need to love what you do. If you don't enjoy what you do and you put something out into the world, people are going to be able to tell. It's just the way you are, it's the way you act, it's the way you speak or look. There are a lot of things that can really make or break a video, and one of the biggest things is apathy. I'm just making a video. I mean, really, would anyone watch a video where you're just flat and humdrum and boring? No, you wouldn't. You wouldn't make it. You wouldn't make a video like that. You'd make a video where you're excited, where you're happy, where you're animated. That's where the magic happens, because you connect with people when you put your heart into what you do. And that brings me to my 4th point, is that never be afraid to try something new. Never be afraid to try, if you're a vlogger, don't be afraid to try doing gaming videos or doing a review of something that you love, or just sitting and talking in front of the camera about something that's important to you, or sharing about your life. One of my favorite YouTubers out there, Boogie2988, you know what he started doing? You know what he started doing on YouTube back in 2008 when the platform was super new? He did the shock culture thing. He sat in front of the camera, shirtless, and ate in front of the camera for views, because that was the funny thing back then. Later on, he created Francis, a character that he used to do skits and basically be funny while being angry, kind of. Later on, he started talking about his life and what he does and who he is. And over the course of that, he wasn't afraid to try something different. He wasn't afraid to try something that may be scary or new or just plain. It was something that for him was probably pretty new. Even just starting YouTube when he did, when the platform was basically an unknown, was probably the scariest thing he's ever done. But he's managed to go from zero to a freaking hero if I've ever seen one. A freaking hero. So, you know what? I love him. And you shouldn't be afraid to do what he's done and try everything that you may be interested in. Lesson number 5. Don't quit when the going gets tough. Don't quit when you stop getting views, or when you stop getting subscribers, or when you stop growing. Because if you just push past that, you know, I like to think of it like a weight loss journey, which I am on personally, so that's the thing. But I like to think of it as a weight loss journey. You have your gradual downhill slope with weight loss, where you go from heavy to skinnier, and then you plateau, where you see no change for a while, and then all of a sudden you get through the plateau and you're back on the forward path. It's the same way with YouTube. You'll see yourself growing a bit and then plateauing, growing a little bit and plateauing. Eventually you'll hit on something that will skyrocket your video views and your subscribers and stuff. But you got to keep at it. You can't just quit because the game's against you, or because you're not winning. I mean, if I quit just because life wasn't fair, just because I couldn't win, I wouldn't be here. Because to be honest, since day one, the game was kind of rigged against me. I'll do another video about my life story eventually, and I'll tell you in detail what I mean. But suffice to say, when I was born, I had a lot of problems that tried to kill me, and I fought through it. In the same way, you can fight through the plateaus to grow even more. If you want to be someone great, if you want to be someone that at the end of your life you can be proud of, and doing YouTube is a way to make that happen. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid, and don't quit. And also, don't be afraid to fall. The greatest of us learn the most when we fail. Because when we fail, we find out just how strong we can be in the face of adversity, in the face of overwhelming odds, in the face of depression or whatever it is that may come our way. When we face our lowest point and get through it, we're a lot stronger for it. So don't be afraid to keep trying, even when you fail, even when the going gets tough, even when everything seems against you. And I think my last lesson that I've learned over the course of 3 years on YouTube, 3 years, is that the mistakes that you made yesterday do not impact today. You should not look at yourself based on who you've been and think that's who you are. I've done some pretty horrible videos. I've had to delete quite a few videos that I did in the moment when it was popular or when it was hot, mainly with drama, and ended up regretting it later. But I didn't stop just because I made a mistake or just because I did something really bad. I kept going. I kept going because that's what people do. That's what we do. We don't quit when we make mistakes. We learn from them. So don't let your past determine your future, and make every day count, especially on YouTube, because that algorithm, oh my gosh. One of them, I think here at the end I'll go ahead and give you guys a few just points of advice for general YouTube stuff. Number one, you need to make sure that when you upload regularly and often. At least 3 times a week, I think, would be the bare minimum. I would suggest if you want to start at least, if you want to jumpstart getting at least a few subscribers at first, every day would probably be a good idea. Then later, do whatever you're comfortable with, but set a schedule, set a time, or set a day of the week. That way everyone knows when you're going to be having a new video up. You guys, of course, don't always get that notification anymore, though. Also, if you're going to do a YouTube channel, make sure you have other avenues of being able to let your subscribers know that a new video is out, because believe me, it gets bad if you don't. Because YouTube's been messing up lately, so yeah. Anyway, this was just a bit of my advice for YouTube, what I've learned over the past 3 years. If any of this helped you at all, please make sure to hit that like button. If you have some ideas or suggestions for what else you may have learned through me or on your own, comment down below. And also comment down below if you are a YouTube's video creator. I will definitely watch you. I will definitely watch some of your videos and see just how good you are, because you are awesome. I hope you guys have a great day. I love you very much, and I will see you guys again in the next video. Have a great day.